Great talking about the Olympics with you guys, but it wouldn't be right to have all three of us on the show without discussing the MLB. So, jumping right into it, again, a 162-game baseball season for 2021. There have been no shortage of storylines this year, and one of them has been Jacob deGrom continuing his dominance from the last 3 years. Just this past Friday, he threw his second career shutout and got a new career high with 15 strikeouts. Guys, can he get any better, and when are the Mets going to score some runs for him?
Well, this is just becoming a trend here for deGrom. This is his style, right? To just continuously set the bar higher for himself and then beat it. If you go back to 2019 when he won his second straight Cy Young, and then you go fast forward to now when he set a new MLB record with 50 strikeouts in his first 4 starts. I think this is just kind of the pattern of the way that he's playing. And what's unfortunate about deGrom is that when you go back to that 2018 season he had, which his play now is kind of an extension of that, he had a 10-9 record, and that was largely due to the fact that his offense just doesn't produce when he's out on the mound. And I can't say that they will based on the track record that exists, but if he keeps going out there and putting up the starts that he's putting up, I think he gives them a chance to at least do that.
What really baffles me is that a two-time Cy Young Award winner since 2018, the Mets have a losing record in his starts, which absolutely baffles me. But he's been off to such a great start this year, just 1 earned run on the year in his 4 starts. But going off to Juliana's point, he's only 2-1 in those games. And that's kind of why the win-loss record, or the win-loss stat, is not really as valued in baseball anymore. He's been getting it done on the mound, but also at the plate. He's 6 for 11 with 2 runs batted in, only 2 strikeouts. So on the mound and when he's in the batter's box, he's been getting the job done, and he's been one of the best players of baseball for the last couple of years.
Now, the Mets are playing pretty well right now. They're near the top of the NL East, but the Yankees got off to a slow start, losing 10 of their first 15 games. So if the Bronx Bombers are going to get where they want to go, what needs to change?
I absolutely think that some of this starts in their offense. Pretty much everyone in this lineup right now is scuffling real bad, but I want to point out one person that I think, if he gets it together, maybe it'll help the rest get on track, and that's DJ LeMahieu. He's got a .250 batting average right now. He's an extreme contact hitter, so he's not striking out much, if at all. But what he is doing wrong is just rolling over lots of hittable pitches. He's putting tons of balls on the ground right now, and that's really snapping his power capability. In his last 17 at-bats, he had 11 ground balls. And I think if he finds his way at the plate, and soon, he can really wear out the outfield with the line drives that we're so used to seeing and those occasional home runs.
I definitely have to agree about the point with DJ LeMahieu. This is a guy that just got a 6-year deal before the start of the season. He's been a player that's either continued rallies or got the big hit when they needed him to, and he has been doing that so far. He's been rolling over a lot of pitches, either into a fielder's choice to end the inning or an inning-ending double play, whatever the case may be. And when you have guys like him, Giancarlo Stanton, who gets $300 million, and a whole bunch of other players in the lineup, you have to play better than what they're doing right now. They're fourth worst in runs scored, but also the rotation. I would say outside of Garrett Cole, the rotation's been up and down. Corey Kluber finally got through 5 innings last night, the first time he's done that with the Yankees. So you're looking for other guys besides Garrett Cole to step up in the rotation to go along with the offense as well.
2 teams that have gotten off to good starts have been the Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending world champions, and the San Diego Padres. And this year, they've established themselves as 2 of the best teams in baseball. So how can MLB benefit from these 2 teams that are in the same division, playing each other 19 times each just in the regular season?
I think the benefit here is that every time you see these 2 teams play, it's been just absolutely so exciting to watch. I mean, the amount of effort that's put in here on the Padres' part, they're going up against the Dodgers, one of the best teams in baseball. The Padres themselves sit in 4th in their division, but the way they've managed to keep all of these games against them so interesting has just been an absolute joy. One game I caught, the finale they had on Sunday, when the Dodgers were up by 6 runs, the Padres were down to the final 9 outs of the game. They battled all the way back and took that game in extras. So, I think it's just that real, the team is really stepping up and really putting in the effort and really making these games super close. And I think on the fans' end, that's super exciting to watch, albeit very exhausting for the players.
I think this right now is the best rivalry in Major League Baseball. The Yankees and Red Sox have kind of taken a bit of a step back, but we're already seeing 2 great teams. The Dodgers win the World Series last year. The Padres having this great youth movement mixed with some great veterans on the team. And they're both in the same division, the NL West, and they've been playing some great games so far. And I point out the incident with Tatis and Trevor Bauer. Of course, Tatis looking in at the sign. And it's moments like that that really just make this rivalry great right now.
So now really quickly, last thing I want to go over is the Oakland A's. They started the season 1-7, then they ripped off a 13-game winning streak. Is the Astros' run of dominance in the AL West finally over?
You know, I think it could be. If you look at the way the Athletics played last year, they did win the AL West, even though that was a shortened season. But what we've seen the Athletics do really well thus far is rearrange their team here. When their bullpen started to step up, and they allowed two or fewer runs in 11 of their last games, we kind of saw the offense follow that lead. We saw a team rearrange themselves in a way that's helped them play better. And that could help them over a team like the Astros, who's kind of had it set for a while,
It's not over for the Astros until they just stop making the playoffs. Remember, this team was 1 game away from the World Series last year. That was with Verlander getting hurt. They don't have Springer now, so it's going to be a little bit challenging, but the Astros are still a team to beat unless proven otherwise.